Welcome to Positive Talk with Kevin McDonald. Hey, that's me. Hi, and welcome to Positive Talk. Our show features the best positive stories and people from around the globe as we endeavor to answer the universal question of why am I here and what is my purpose? Understanding that can change everything, and knowing your greatness is fundamental to living your best life. So join us right now as together we work to create the adventure of our lifetime. And welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Kevin McDonald, sitting right over there, right there. That's him, John Verico. And we are together, Positive Talk. And we are, now it's got my name on it because it's supposed to, but that's neither here nor there.
You birthed this baby, Kevin, so you get to have your name on it.
I know, and it was a long, laborious birthing thing that has been,
I'm just honored to be part of it.
John, we're now a thing. Did you know that we're a thing?
We are, and we're getting to be a bigger thing day by day. Our listenership is growing in massive quantities, and we're now you can now find us not only on podcast platforms but on audio streaming channels like on Roku and Amazon Fire and lots of other places like that.
And the Brushwood Media Network, which is a digital radio station, and we're there every day at 5 p.m. and again at midnight Eastern. So depending upon where you are, you can always tune into us and the great guests that we have. And we have a wonderful, wonderful gal who's with us today. And why don't we introduce her? John, would you care to do the honors, please? Because I'll screw her name up and I don't want to do that.
You won't do it. You know what? You're getting better, Kevin. You're getting better. But I'm glad that you've brought
20 years.
Our guest today is, she focuses on basically living your better life, and she calls it high living wellness. And Pallavi Sethi, welcome to the show. So glad to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
That just flowed right off your tongue like you've been saying it your whole life, John. Congratulations.
I've been practicing it for the past 30 seconds. No, I'm kidding.
It's great.
It's actually a lovely name. Pallavi, doesn't Pallavi mean something? Isn't there?
Yeah. And Pallavi means, as you know, India has a lot of languages. So even in different languages, it means different things. So my parents had named me because they found me really petite and short and cute. So they named me after a rosebud. So when it's not a full flower, it's a rosebud, then you call it Pallavi. And in other places, Pallavi is the beginning of the song. So there can't be a full song without the beginning of the song. So it's compulsory in music, Pallavi.
So basically, you are the start of something beautiful.
Thank you for putting it so simply and beautifully, perfectly.
Can I just call you Rosebud? That would be so much better.
I knew you were going there, Kevin. The moment she said that, I knew you were going to go Citizen Kane on us.
Wow, that's how I roll, baby. And I love the work that you do, and tell our audience a little bit about the work that you do.
Sure. So I basically try and bring awareness about yoga, holistic wellness, energy healings for all of you, because I have had a great experience in my life where God had given me some challenges to fight through. And some of the things which I learned on my way to come out of those challenges is what I feel I should be bringing it out to the world, making it easier for everyone to adapt. So now I have started doing yoga retreats. So yoga retreats where you cut down from your daily regular life and you come out with me for 3 to 4 days and learn the holistic ways, because a lot of time people don't know where to start their holistic wellness journey. They find it like it's all about organic food. It's more than that. So I'm just trying to bring everybody's attention that stop treating yourself just like a body, you are a whole being. So what I try to create in my retreats is bringing your awareness from body to full being. So you take care not just of your physical energy, but your mental energy, but your emotional energy, your spiritual energy. It's a complete blooming of a being.
And they're all related, aren't they?
Absolutely. They are interlinked, totally.
And so when you do one of these retreats, do you have to be able to, like sit on a mat and cross your legs and do all that kind of stuff? Because I'm afraid I would fail miserably.
I get that a lot. I
I
think a
can
lot.
do those things, Kevin. Believe it or not, I just can't get back up again.
Ah,
Okay. So, everyone has a different step to start from when it comes to wellness. So, yoga is not only about sitting on a mat, yoga is also about how do you breathe. Yoga is also about how do you deal with society. What are you thinking in your own self? How are you feeling about your own self? Are you surrendered? And like how your introduction goes for the show, who am I? What is my purpose? So if you are somebody who's not just trying to build your body and look beautiful and stay up to grade, but also trying to figure out hard answers like that, who am I? What is my purpose of life? I don't think any other practice has that capacity to bring those answers to you except yoga and meditation. So that's all we try to do. So, yes, I prefer people sit on the mat, but it's no compulsory at all. And I do understand people do come to me when they are suffering. So I don't want to increase that suffering. I'm a healer. I try to bring it, that's the best part. You can mold it to whoever needs it. So even the kids can do yoga, and somebody who's bedridden can also start practicing yoga for a well-being. That's the beauty.
so you can take a nap and do yoga at the same time. Would that be
That's
true?
called, that's called yoga nidra. That's speciality in yoga.
That's what? Say that
Yoga
again.
nidra. So it's a half sleepy state in yoga nidra where you are still trying to focus on a lot of things but still half asleep, and that's the best possible awareness you can be in. A lot of people learn a lot of new things subconsciously while doing yoga nidra. So yes, that's a part of it. You can
So
sleep and do.
Look at
So I
that.
have to ask you, because when you're doing yoga and you're doing meditation, there are people that would say, okay, they empty their mind and they just be there. But there also is a way for you to receive messages and what I would call downloads and things during that process. Is that true?
Yes, pretty much. So what happens is basically when we meditate, we work on our energy bodies. So what is our energy body is, if I have to put it really in the simplest possible way, the thing we call your gut calling or your intuition, that gets developed. Because when we work on the energy body, number one, we work through physical activity and clean eating. So that takes care of your gut, literally. Number two, we work on the energy body that starts aligning you and increase your intuition power, or as we call it, the third eye. If anybody knows, if you don't know, that's fine. That's intuition, your inner calling, your inner understanding of things. It's not something can be done consciously, but it's your subconscious understanding, like how you try to go to a place and you're like, I should do this. So yes, you develop that internal feeling of what is right and what you should do, what you should not do, and that gets increased. And yogis of the world, yoga is not, it has not been developed today. It's a 4,000 years old science, and it's a science. Please make sure it's science. It has reasoning for everything. It has proof of everything. So yoga, when it has started, it was never meant only for postures or asanas as we see it nowadays on social media.
That
It
is
was
that is true.
also
It really has become.
it was always about your breathing. It was always about your connection with the higher self. So you can understand this higher self as the universal consciousness. You can understand as universe. You can understand as your higher self guiding you what to do, what not to do. So, yes, that's a fact. The more you work on your energy body, the more clean is your physical body. You create that connection, and your perspective of looking at the world changes, because now you are no more thinking only about yourself. You're thinking about a consciousness that every step of yours, how it is affecting other things in the universe, other things in the world. So, yeah, that's about it.
And I know a lot of this, and Kevin alluded to this when he said, emptying your mind, and you hear that phrase. People say, empty your mind and focus on one thing, and focus on a point of light or whatever it is. My brain doesn't turn off. So how can you help people like me to be able to turn off the song playing in the background of my brain? Like this morning,
Yeah.
for some reason, at 4:30 this morning, I woke up with a bunch of thoughts going through my brain, things going on that I wanted to make sure I accomplished today, and emails I forgot to send, and all those things that struck me. But also, I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas was playing in my brain, and I could not shut it off. How can you help people like me who just can't seem to turn things off like that?
Hold on, wait a minute. You want a hippopotamus for Christmas? That's a song?
Have you not heard that song?
I'm sadly, apparently, I've led a sheltered life. I have no earthly idea what that is.
We're gonna have to find it and play a clip for you. It is it's a hideously silly song. And it's kind of a fun song. But I don't know. I don't even really like the song. But for some reason, I don't know why.
It got stuck.
It's not like I heard it recently. It
Yeah.
just all of a sudden that's what was playing in the back of my brain.
And could you really please help him so he'll stop emailing me at 2:00 in the morning? That would be really great, because he'll email me, and then I'll be thinking about something rather than just so. If you could help him do that so that I can get a full night's rest without him calling me, that would be great.
I can try. I can try.
I don't call you. I don't want to bother you, but and I figure you're not going to see this until the morning anyway, and so I'll just kick this idea out before I forget it, and I'll send it off there. And of course, what happens? Hello,
Yeah.
Shalina. Shalina Bell has joined us,
And that's yes, and she's happy to be
she's
with
listening.
us. Yeah.
I was going to say she's listening on Facebook.
She's enjoying the session. Hippopotamus for Christmas, yeah. So
Oh, for heaven's sakes, oh brother. But so if you could help him, that would be just wonderful, because
Absolutely. So, this is a very common problem all of us face these days, that we are not able to sleep well. The chattering of the mind doesn't stop. So I always, let me try it with everybody who's watching us. So it's a very quick fix. I try to teach in every of my retreat. I request everyone to practice it every single day. And it's a simple practice called humming. Yeah, sing. See, again, it's about song, but it's a different one. So humming, you don't have to be a good singer. You just have to breathe in, fill yourself up, and breathe out while humming. For as long as your exhalation is going, you keep humming. Best results, you have to close your eyes, you have to close your ears, and then you do humming. Okay, so once you do humming, do you want to try right now? Very quickly. Let's see. Okay,
sure.
So you just keep your hands on your ears and close your eyes, and let's take a deep breath in.
You know what's funny? I'm sorry, but I was
This
trying to harmonize my hum with you.
Okay. That doesn't work so good.
is the first step. If you do this simple activity just 3 times before you sleep, you can stop the chatter of the mind, the overthinking of the mind. Because when you hum, basically you activate your parasympathetic nervous system and you cannot have any other thoughts. Okay, then there are levels in yoga. So if you are comfortable with humming before you sleep, the next time you try to touch your tongue to your upper palate and then hum. And it's written in yoga books. You cannot have a thought if you have closed your tongue with on your upper palate and you're humming. You cannot produce any thought. So it's my request that everybody please try humming before you sleep and let me know how you felt. If it helps, some of you, I'll be glad that this knowledge is getting the right audience and it's helping everyone.
Well, my son's got the same problem that John does. His brain just will not shut off. And so he'll stay awake and he'll toss and he'll turn, and then he doesn't get the sleep he needs because his mind is so active. So you put your tongue on your upper palate and hum, and you can't
think about anything.
hum.
Yes, you cannot get another thought. Your mind will just relax because it's so focused on the humming, you will not get any thoughts. Now, when I do this, there are a lot of skeptics, and then they say, oh, I was still thinking about the other movie. I was still thinking about this, about thinking about that. You can't. If you are trying to prove a point, you will end up thinking about 1,000 things. But if you really want to sleep in night and you want to do 3 hummings and then try and sleep to 3, 5, whatever works for you, you will actually feel the silence in your mind. When I do this practice in yoga retreats, people get amazed that, oh my God, it's so much of silence inside. And we're not used to silence. We're always, Instagram reels and shorts, and attention span is so low. So if you practice humming bee for 1 week, you will see how your focus has increased. If you keep doing it for a month, you will understand your sleep has become better, your digestion has become better just because you're sleeping better. So if you do it for a year, you will have no idea how many things you will end up manifesting, how many things you will end up accomplishing. Simple practice, takes nothing, not fancy at all. So anytime you think mind is overpowering you, take the control, master your mind just by humming.
Now, before anybody does that, well, I need to go take a break, and I want you to listen to this commercial, and then we'll come right back because, John, could you tell us who our guest is again?
You're listening to Pallavi Sethi, High Living Wellness, right here on Positive Talk Radio. I'm John Verico, and our host, Kevin McDonald, will be right back.
You'd think I know what I was talking about. Okay, but we're going to talk more with you when we come back. You rose petal, you. Are you looking for a powerful way to grow your brand while making a real difference? Well, Positive Talk is the perfect platform to align your message with inspiration, hope, and meaningful conversations. By sponsoring Positive Talk, your brand will reach an engaged audience that values positivity and connection. People who want to support companies that share their values. Take this opportunity to showcase your business in a space that uplifts, inspires, and creates lasting impact. Don't wait. Email me, Kevin at kmmedia.pro today to learn how you can partner with us and spread positivity while growing your brand. And welcome back to Positive Talk. And yes, Kevin at kmmedia.pro. Do not delay, because we can put you in touch with 1.6 million listeners a month as a sponsor to this program. And we provide and bring people like her onto the show every day. And we have a great time. So how did you get so smart? How long have you been practicing and learning about all of this?
Oh my God. You made my day, but I'm just blessed. It's not about being smart, it's about being blessed. I feel blessed that yoga crossed my life. It came in my life. Um, when I see in retrospection, I find that there was an incident where God had put me in a situation. So few years back, and I'm talking about 2011, I met with an accident, and at that time, it was just a regular accident. I just fell from a two-wheeler, but somehow my right side created a pain in my right hand and my right leg, and it never got diagnosed that what was really wrong. And I dealt with different cocktails of medicines. I dealt with different diagnoses, different types of doctors, a lot of things. But I think for 4 years, 4.5 years, I was still looking for a moment of relief. It was so much of pain.
You
I
were
had
in pain for 4 years.
for 4 years, yes. That I it was so much that I had stopped socializing. I had stopped stepping out of my room. I was a dancer before that. I was running dance schools. I had franchisees all over India. But I had to shut down everything. I stopped dancing. It was a tough time where I remember seeing only a room, curtains closed, lights off, and just me with myself, feeling pity on myself. So I became so desperate to get relief, and I would not. Today I don't feel sorry for it, but at that time there was a point where I was saying, God, either a medicine which could make me feel a little relieved, or call me up. I'll restart my life, do something, get me relief, something. So I was praying in that fashion, and then one day I heard my doctor, and my doctor was telling my parents that it's nothing, it's in her head, we can't see anything in the reports. And I don't know, it was just like a switch, because of maybe I was praying so hard. A switch turned on, and I thought, when the medical fraternity, they don't have answers for my pain, maybe I need to take control of my life. And I became too desperate to look for relief. In my desperation, I started learning energy healings, because when you don't know anything about energy, and you're in desperation, you feel it works like magic, that I'll go for a reiki session, they will do energy healing on me, and I'm going to be fine. And then I realized there are too many sessions I have to book, and it's costing me a lot of money. So I started learning because I wanted to be my own healer. So I thought I will learn and give myself healing, but that didn't really work. Then I move on to another healing modalities, and other, and then basically I ended up in a yoga class. Even in yoga class, I was once practicing a meditation, and in meditation they ask you to go back and check on your thoughts, what are you feeling. So I just simply, like any beginner, was controlling my thoughts and sitting in meditation and trying to check my thoughts. I realized there was no pain. So skeptic me, I went back, checked again. I was like, nah, no, yeah, no pain. Okay, good to go. But pain came back once I was out of meditation. So I realized that there's something happened during the meditation that took away the pain. So desperation to feel that feeling again led me to meditation, and I started meditating every day. And I think in 3 months, I was out of pain totally. And after 3 months, when I got relieved from pain, I started practicing yoga. Again, I was not relying on others. I learned yoga completely. I studied it. I gave exams because I wanted to do everything authentically. So, yeah, but after 2 years of practice, I got blessed with a son. And then my family started observing that, oh, something's different. Why don't you share with your friends and family? What are you doing? You look different. You feel different. I was a more confident person. I was a changed personality after all the yoga and meditation. I was more courageous to try new things, to go head on. I started new business at that time. So yeah, that I think I feel absolutely blessed that that accident happened. It had to happen. some incident brings your awareness to your body and makes you realize that health is the only wealth. If you go to a sick person and tell them, I'm going to give you $10 million, it won't help, because if the medical fraternity can't help them, your $10 million won't help them. So the only wealth you can give them is tell them how to take care of their own body, how to feel better, how to live with vitality and strength. I used to be like a vegetable lying on the bed all day long, and I did that for good 2 years. So I mean, no one should see that ever. That was
And
a
for
bad.
somebody who was a dancer, that's
Yeah.
that's really that's probably even more painful than the pain itself.
It was very painful. I really don't have words to explain that. I was always on stage working on costumes, figuring out choreographies, teaching thousands of children and dancing together. And it was a flip of life. I lost my identity. It was really like that. I didn't know anymore, who am I? And I had to really start writing again, because it was my right hand. I had not written anything in 4 years. I was not able to do my hair. I cut my hair. It was that level of madness. I was just desperate to get out of pain. So
I'm
yeah.
so glad that you're feeling so much better, and it's because of the energy work that you've done. I wanted to ask you, by the way, if you go to our website, which is highlivingwellness.com, you can find out all about the things that she does. And I wanted to identify this first thing, which is, and this is where most people, at least in my reference, this is where most people get stuck,
Mhm.
is they have a terrible problem identifying the problem. And you have it right here, the 3 steps to rediscovering yourself in 3 simple steps, the first one of which is identifying the problem. How do you teach and to help people figure that out? Because so many people, they know something's wrong, they have no earthly idea what it is or how to fix it. How do you help people out?
Or they make assumptions as to what it is, or they listen to what
Yeah.
other
And
people tell them they think it is. And
we don't need other people. Nowadays, people Google their
no,
symptoms.
that's true.
They Google their symptoms and they are in their own doctors.
The
So
great wisdom of Google.
they come back with, I had a chicken sandwich which was in my refrigerator from last 3 days, and now I have stomach pain, and I think I have cancer. So I'm like, stop Googling.
My doctor told me that because I said, could this be what I've got? And she said, did you go on the internet? And I said, well, yeah. And she said, oh, don't ever go on the internet. They're going to think that they're going to tell you that you're dying this week and stuff.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna reveal something, because I'm one of those hypochondriacs that looks on the internet for stuff for symptoms. But
Yes.
my wife's car would not start the other day, and we said, oh, her battery's gone. She doesn't use it very often, and it's been very, very cold, and we've had snowstorms and stuff. And she goes, I'm going to go start my car just to make sure it's working. And of course, it wouldn't start. And so I said to my neighbor who's got a battery charger, so can we borrow your battery charger so we can recharge the battery? And I went and I turned the key to listen to what my wife said was the dead battery. And I heard this clicking sound. And I went, oh, that's not the battery. The lights are on and everything. It's the starter. And I said that because I went on the internet, and the internet said, if you hear this sound, it's the starter, not the battery. And I was wrong. It was the freaking battery, like my wife said it was all along. But me, Mr. Hero, I go on the internet and I find that, somebody else recommended that it was the starter. So I told my neighbor, I don't need your battery charger because it's the starter, not the battery. And he came over and listened to it, and he goes, you idiot, that's the battery.
So that's what I'm talking about. The other person did not had cancer. It was just food poisoning. Just stop
Right.
eating.
Same thing.
rotten chicken. Stop eating your rotten chicken.
Yeah, that's a good warning for people. If it's in your refrigerator for 3 or 4 days, Don't eat your chicken sandwich. It's not good for you.
So, a simple way, how you can take care of your body, we all know, but we just deny. We deny to take care of our body. We all know. Eating fresh is good. We all know. Breathing, I think everybody see some videos, reels, scientific studies, program shows everywhere. People are talking about yoga, breathing, meditation. We all know it's good, but we will not. So, simple things are very hard to try. I understood that fact. And this is also very simple to realize someone that what is bothering your health, but it is hard to try. People don't want to look inside that what they are doing wrong in their lifestyle. So I have prepared some tools in yoga retreat. I make them do that introspection, that how are they feeling. And first and foremost, I ask, John, this is important for you also. I ask everybody, how are you sleeping and how are you feeling when you wake up in the morning? Do you feel refreshed? Do you feel like, yeah, this is my day, let's take on the world? Or you feel like, let me go back, it's just been an hour that I was able to sleep? That tells me a lot about a person's health. And such questions lead not me, but the person themselves, that what is going wrong in their lifestyle. So I've prepared some tools. I try and ask them about their lifestyle, and through my understanding of Ayurveda. So Ayurveda is just your holistic wellness, where I'm not using any medicines to heal you. I'm only using holistic ways. So basically, I'm just correcting your food, I'm correcting your mindset, I'm correcting how you sleep, I'm correcting your digestion, I'm correcting your thought process, everything. So I'm not giving you any medication, but still there's been like a 90% turnaround usually in my yoga retreat only, which is just for 3 to 4 days. And people keep getting better once they're out of it. So it's just about awareness.
When we come back, because we need to take this break. First of all, I got to tell you, I'm a typical guy. So if you ask me to be truthful, I'll probably lie to you and say, no, my health is perfect, just the way it is. But when we come back, Ayurvedic medicine is a fascinating subject, and I would really like to talk about that when we come back. When you're listening to Positive Talk with John Verico and little old me, and we'll be right back after this station break.
You're listening to Brushwood Media Network, the best in syndicated talk, news, and entertainment shows.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Hey, how'd you like that timing? Wasn't that good? Don't need a producer. I just need to figure out how to push the buttons on time. You're listening to Positive Talk Radio. My name is Kevin McDonald. John Verico's right there. And John has brought a wonderful guest, and her name is, other than it's Rosebud, but we'll use her professional name, which is
Pallavi Sethi.
It's,
And I'm glad you said Rosebud this time, because earlier you said Rose Petal.
I know.
Couldn't even get the translation right. We're gonna smack you. No,
I know.
it was
Just have to spell lovey. Just have love in it.
Exactly. Now, you are an expert with Ayurvedic medicine, which goes back thousands of years, all the way back to Sanskrit, if I'm not mistaken. Is that true?
Yeah, Ayurveda was written in ancient spiritual books, which are around 6,000 years old or 7,000 years old. So yeah, it's a part of our our spiritual learning. Ayurveda is a complete booklet of holistic healing, which not just talks about good health, but it also talks about emotional health. It talks about mental health. We've been talking about all of this from last 7,000 years, what people have just picked up now, that how do you feel is also important. I was glad when I was studying yoga at that time, WHO had changed their definition of wellness, and they had added spiritual wellness also in their definition of wellness, that they consider physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual wellness as a complete wellness. So it made me so happy that the world is finally realizing that it is a thing. Spiritual wellness is a thing, and it's not religious. Please let me put it across. Being spiritual is not religious. It's just your surrender or your understanding of a higher power. How good it feels as a someone to take care of you. The universe has your back. It's a great feeling to live with.
You couldn't be more correct, and that's one of the things that we talk about here quite a bit on the show, is that your guides and your angels and the folks that surround you, they really help you, and that's their purpose. That's what they're there for, is to help you live your best life. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. Though angels is not a concept written in yoga books, but I do believe, and I don't see only angels as how it is described. I do believe in angels, but I also believe that people get the right opportunity, the right kind of people in their life, and those are their angels. And how do you get that right opportunity and right kind of people? You get connected to right kind of energies by working on your energies. Like you and I sitting here, our energies matched. Otherwise, it was not possible. And I told you in the first meeting that how I manifested your show. It's positive talk show. So yeah, it's all about energy, and your energy can lead you wherever you want to be. And yoga and meditation plays a very important role. It's all a game of your energy.
Well, what's really the fun part is that they're now discovering scientifically
Yes.
that energy is important, and that we all are energetic beings in a physical body. And they're figuring that out. Finally, when for so many years it was like, no, what are you talking about? But even Einstein and Tesla and people like that proved that energy is part of what we are, and we vibrate. And the higher we vibrate, and the more that we're consistent with that, we draw people that vibrate the same to us. And the people who don't vibrate the same as us, they tend to go away from us. That's true, right?
Bingo. Yes, you put it like bang on correct. And I think it's again one of the things I have learned with my experience, and I'm a big advocate for everybody to try it out. That please try gratitude. It will change your energy like anything. It will give you your most beautiful life, which you can never imagine that you will ever have. It has the power to give you that. So be grateful for things, even if you don't have them right now. And that's how I am here on Positive Talk, because I started giving a lot of gratitude, that thank you for bringing me on Positive Talk. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak with your listeners. And that's how I'm sitting here today. And yes, please do gratitude, everybody. It'll change your.
I want to say thank you for finding us so that we could have you here, because this is fascinating. And gratitude, you're right, is the strongest thing. And one of the things I learned from my dad, he had a heart condition. It started in his early 30s, and he died at 58. He died pretty young, but he was very adamant about being grateful for every moment in his life. And one of the things we learned is that, people tend to save their gratitude for the big things to happen, right? Waiting for something big and wonderful that they're going to be grateful for, when they really should just, realize that every moment is something to be grateful for. And there's something, if we're grateful for the little things, the big things will come.
Exactly. It's all energy game. So if you are grateful even to get your parking before you have entered the parking
Yes,
lot, you get that. You are
you
grateful
got it.
to get
Have
your
you,
coffee, you will
have
get
you ever noticed that and try this experiment, ladies and gentlemen. Next time that you are going to go to the shopping center or to the store or whatever, before you get to the parking lot, I want you to manifest and graciously ask for the best parking spot available.
yeah.
And you will be amazed at that you'll get a front row seat. If and by the way, you say you manifested us. Well, nuh-uh, we manifested you. So there.
Likewise, energies match.
Nanny, nanny, poo, poo. I manifested you first.
That's it.
You know, I always go for a gratitude walk, and this is what I share with everyone on in my yoga retreat over my Instagram page. Also, every time I'm always appealing everyone and always requesting, please go for a gratitude walk. So people, what do people do? They sit down, they meditate, and they're like, okay, thank you God for a beautiful life. They do their gratitude there only, and then they move on, sit in the car, now ready to go to work. And now they're getting bosses call, now they're screaming, they're getting upset about the jams and everything. Gratitude was there on the mat, so you did not carry your gratitude all along your day. So I always suggest that if that is you, that you're dropping your children and screaming at everybody and your gratitude was left on the mat, if you are one of those kinds, go for a gratitude walk. Walk around and start saying thank you for whatever you see. So it could be, it could be the beautiful trees, it could be the beautiful sunset, it could be the air you breathe, it could be how people are playing with their dogs and pets. Start saying thank you for every small little thing, and you would not realize how it will bring your attention. It will change your mindset, your perspective to look for small little beautiful things in everything. You will never find a situation negative in your life. You will be able to see some positivity in that always.
Now I wanted to ask you because I have said this before on the show, and that is this: when you get up in the morning, after you have your coffee and you take care of your personal stuff and you shower and all that stuff, when you leave your house, stop, listen, and look at the world around you. You'll see some things that, because most of the time we spend our time going from bustling from here to there to this to that, and I'm going to be late, and I didn't sleep well because my mind was going at 2 o'clock in the morning, John, and and but if we just stop and listen, watch the clouds go by, watch the birds fly, watch the people walk by, it will change your perspective. It's a great way to begin your day, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. If you can start your day like that, nothing can beat it. Nothing. Because I when I tell people start your day with meditation, they're like, oh no, it's very difficult. There's too many things to take care of. I'm rushing. You cannot stop your thoughts. I understand. I understand. Just appreciate sky, because sky is always present wherever you go. So just appreciate sky. That's the first thing I tell people who find it very difficult to feel gratitude, to sit for meditation. They don't know where to start from. Please, every time you step out of your house, look at the sky and feel grateful. Oh, thank you so much. What a beautiful day it is. What a beautiful air I'm getting. It's fresh. And what a good looking sunset view from my window, or just behind John. Just go out, appreciate sky, and that will put you in an instant gratification. So try that if that helps you.
And
I,
even
I'm,
if
I am loving this, and we're gonna have to take a break. And when we come back, I want to delve into this a little bit more and talk about this appreciation for these little things and the big things as well. I mean, the sky is big; it's not little, but but it's things that we don't necessarily think about when we think about appreciation and gratitude. So I want to talk about that when we come back. But this is Positive Talk Radio, and you're listening to Pallavi Pallavi Sethi. I'm John Verico, and our host is Kevin McDonald, and this is Positive Talk Radio. We'll be right back.
And just keep in mind, if you're on the East Coast of the United States, put a coat on and watch the snow fall and be grateful. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Positive Talk Radio. We're going to take a short break to tell you audio and music creators about our commercial affiliate, Lyric Vids, specializing in creating amazing and engaging lyric videos. Are you looking to promote your videos in the most engaging way, but you don't have an animator and an editor? Whether you're an artist, musician, or business with a message to share, our lyric videos are designed to hook viewers and amplify your reach. Go to positivetalkradio.net/lyric vids. That's positivetalkradio.net/LYRICVIDS now to get started. Welcome back to Positive Talk Radio. We hope you enjoyed learning about our affiliate Lyric Vids, who specialize in creating captivating animated lyric videos. Now let's get back to the show.
And welcome back, everybody, to Positive Talk with Kevin McDonald and John Verico, and our wonderful guest and our resident linguist is going to make sure that I don't screw up your beautiful name again.
Pallavi Sethi. Or
Pallavi.
And we love having you, and we did manifest you, and we're going to manifest you again. I can guarantee you that, because you're so special, and you've got a real wonderful energy about you. And if you don't have a chance to see this episode, go to YouTube and Positive Talk Radio on YouTube. And she's a beautiful lady, and she's got great energy and a wonderful smile. And then you have to look at John and I, but you can get over that.
No, but Pallavi is, I mean, she exudes just a positive spirit. And so, people really need to tune in to the video and see that. Pallavi, you had made reference to this earlier in the discussion, and you said pretty much the fact that, when someone is sick or if they're in pain, the only thing that they want is to be well, and $1 million doesn't mean anything to them, and all those other things. And we talked about, as our conversation continued, we talked more about being grateful for things, like even just being grateful for the sky, being thankful for the sky. And I know that if you have been through an issue like you were with pain, and all you wanted was to be without pain, and all of a sudden you're grateful for that. If you have ever lost power in the middle of the winter or in the middle of the summer, and all of a sudden you walked into a cool, store or a restaurant that had air conditioning or had heat or whatever, you find that you become much more appreciative of those things. Yes. I know when I get up in the morning and I turn on the shower, I am very thankful for the fact that I've got hot water. And every morning when I take my shower, I thank the universe for the fact that I've got hot water. And the reason why is because I was in the Navy. I was on a ship. I had to share those showers with 180 other guys. By the time I got there, we were out of hot water. So we learn to appreciate those things that we lack when we do finally find those things. And maybe we shouldn't wait to lack them before we appreciate them.
Absolutely. That's the right way. So if you can be appreciative for things, even when you don't have them, there are higher chances that you will have them now. And that's what happened. At that time, I was being grateful for getting a diagnosis, because at that time there was no diagnosis for my pain. So later on, I learned that it was fibromyalgia. It was not a thing in India in 2010, 2011. We heard about it pretty late. And even though we heard about it, it didn't serve any purpose, because then you don't have any medications to treat that. It's an autoimmune disorder and there's no medication. So when fibromyalgia happened, I started feeling gratitude that at least I know the name, what it was. It was not some like magic happened and I take your capabilities of dancing now and I just throw you in one dark room. It didn't happen with me. So what was it that was happening? So now when I go out, it gives me an opportunity to connect with a lot of people who are dealing with different types of pain. And the first thing I tell everybody, I understand pain is invisible. It's a very silent battle. People can't understand. Even if you say you have a headache now, no one else will understand that what's going on in your life. We will not understand how deep it is, how it is changing your life. Pain changes a person. So when I meet other people who are dealing with the similar kind of situation, the first thing I tell them is start being grateful. You are on a journey to find out that what a wonderful being you can be. You are going to defeat this pain, get your power back, and then you will be surprised. You're like, oh God, this time was going to come in my life to make me this person. I had to go through all of this to see this new self of mine. So start being grateful that you're getting an opportunity, because every person who's dealing with any kind of pain, they are filled with anger, they are filled with fear, because we cannot see, we are not getting any diagnosis, doctors don't have any say on that, we don't have any medications, we are only managing the symptoms. So people, I have seen people only praying that better they get a disability certification, that someone will understand that they are in so much pain that they are not able to help themselves and consider themselves as disabled. Rather praying, don't pray for that, rather start being grateful that what an opportunity you got to work on yourself. Now you have the opportunity, you can take care of your body, you can take care of your mental health, you can take care of your emotional health, you can create that spiritual connection now. But what people think, I'm in pain, I'm not able to get up from bed, lady, what are you talking about? So I don't understand. Even when you're lying down on bed, please be grateful about at least you have a bed, at least you are alive, at least you're breathing, at least you're getting medication. There's so many things once you start looking. So when people come in my retreat, we do a very simple activity. I would like to introduce it here, maybe someone will get benefited for that. So it's called hug, HUG. So H stands for happy list, where I tell people that whatever makes you happy, you make a list of it. Okay, like my son makes some Ninjago cards for me, so I feel very happy. I write it in my happy list that I got a card, got a love card, Ninjago love card today. Anything that makes you happier. If you saw a very beautiful pet, you saw husband and wife having a very good time on the road, if anything that made you happy, anything, write it down. It will open your eyes to look at all the positivity in life. And that is H, your happy list. And then I will cover up, I'll just hold on to you, that's difficult to understand. I'll say G is gratitude walk, that we just talked about. That anytime you feel life is not going your way, you are not getting what you wanted, go for a gratitude walk. Start saying thank you for everything, every being showing up in your life. Okay, so that's H and G. Now I talk about the U. U is the ultimate flip. Ultimate flip is those things which you can't change. Okay, those things which are very difficult, those people whom you don't like. So what do you do for them? You just say, God bless you. That's the ultimate flip. Even if you don't like your boss, you're not having a good relationship with your spouse, you are having a hard time with your children, you are having a hard time with your health. God bless you. God bless you. Bless everyone instead of creating more negative energy with your anger, by complaining, by your fear. Stop the negative energy. It's all energy. So how do you change your energy? By hugging yourself every morning. So with your happy list, with blessing the things you cannot control and some things which you don't like, and being grateful for things which you like, which you have. So
I
that will
love it.
in a state of literally a powerful being, then your thought will move from body to being, like I was talking in the beginning. So we just have to shift our thought process from body to being, and the world will change.
Pallavi, I have to tell you, I've always been known as a great hugger, but now I have a whole new definition for
Yes.
this. We're going to run out of time here. So before we do have to end this particular conversation, how can people get in touch with you?
Oh, please. You can check out my website, highlivingwellness.com. You can please join me on my Instagram page, which is High Living Pallavi. And please join me there because I keep a track of everything. I keep posting about my yoga retreats so you can get the first-hand information. I also give challenges like, do 3 humming breaths before you sleep. So let me know if you are up for any challenges to start your holistic wellness journey. Then please join me. I would love to help. I mean, I'm looking forward to help you.
And all I gotta say is I'm eternally grateful that you fell off that bike. You know why?
Oh
Because of what you went through, you became the person that you are today.
Yes.
And the experience that you had was necessary for you to appreciate and to live in gratitude and to manifest what you've done. And everybody has that opportunity. So if you think in terms of not the negative experiences that you've had, but how am I going to learn from this? What good is going to come out of it? How can I really make a difference, even if this moment isn't great? Do you agree with that? And I'm sorry you fell off the bike, and I'm sorry you hurt yourself, but at the end of the day, it helped you become who you are.
Yes. So in retrospection, it feels like that's the best thing ever happened in my life. But I would not deny that when I was going through that situation, I didn't know who to talk to, where do I look for help. So I had a tough journey where I had to try difficult things and learn on my own. All I'm trying to do is, it is okay if you have not fallen from your bike. You still have any kind of difficulty in your life, whether it is health related, whether it is you just don't feel good, you're feeling sad, you feel down and out. It is okay to start taking care of your health. Don't wait for a crisis to come in. Prevention is always better than cure. So please learn to take care of your health. That is all my request.
And John, please let us know who her name again, please.
This is
Try, Kevin. You have to try. It's Pallavi.
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 You've been listening to Pallavi
Pallavi
Sethi from High Living Wellness. We've been delighted to have you as our guest today. I'm John Verico, and Kevin McDonald is right there. And thank you. Keep listening to Positive Talk Radio. I want to sign us out with something, Kevin.
Okay. And
all right.
Thank you, everybody. And Pallavi, thank you for being here. I've been playing with your name, but I mean it sincerely. You're awesome.
Yes. Thank you so much, and keep hugging everyone. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Positive Talk with Kevin McDonald. Our purpose is to provide everyone with a positive, entertaining, and educational experience. I would love your feedback and comments about the show, including possible topics and great guest suggestions. Please email me at kevin@kmmedia.pro. And remember, be kind to one another because each other's all we've got. That's Kevin at KMmedia.